saying. I'm sorry. We're back. Okay. So today is going to be day one of a new series that I am calling Return to Her. Okay. This is near and dear to my heart because when I speak about her, I am her. We are her. Like, I'm here with you. I need you to know that you are not alone in this, okay? So, I will be on for the next 4 weeks. Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12 o'clock, okay, doing this series, okay? So today is going to be our day one, and like I said, I'm so excited. If at any time you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them below. Do not hesitate to ask a question if you have one. This is what I'm here for, okay? So today our topic is going to be, you didn't lose her, you just hit her. Now, before we begin, I want you to know that you didn't lose her, okay? You've not lost her. You've not broken her, okay? And you've not missed your chance. Okay, it is not too late. I tell everybody, when you find yourself in this space, it is absolutely your time. Okay, you have to understand, you hide parts of yourself. We hide parts of ourselves in order to survive. We not only have to learn how to survive, but we have to adapt and learn how to love, how to be safe, feel safe, and how to be accepted. So this space is not about fixing yourself, okay? It's about remembering what never left, okay? And I know it's hard to do that sometimes, especially when life has been lifing and we've been through so many experiences. But this is not about becoming someone new. This is about returning to her because she's still in there, okay? It's still some good in there. There's still some beautiful things in there. I know it may not feel like it sometimes, but it absolutely dwells, okay? You just have to find your way back. I remember one of the hardest truths that I had to face when I first began this journey was the fact that I had lost myself, okay? And I did not know when, where, how, and why. I had absolutely no idea. All I can remember is looking in that mirror and not recognize the person staring back at me. Hey, baby. Hey, Daniela. Hey, girl. Grand Rising, Mama. How are you doing? Come in. Look, come in. Come in, come in, come in. I don't believe in coincidences or luck. So if you ladies are here, it is absolutely on purpose. So make yourself at home. Get comfortable, okay? Because we're going to be here for a while, okay? Hey, Nikki. Hey, who is this? Kyra. Hey, baby. I hope I said that right. If I didn't, girl, let me know, okay? But hey, Grand Rising. Thank you. Yeah, that's my baby. Look, it took me a little minute to get her up, but yes, I absolutely love her too. So, listen, today is day one of our Return to Her series. This is a series that I am just starting today. So like I said, if you find yourself here, this is not by accident. Come in, get a chair, get comfortable, okay? Because we're going to be here for a minute. I'm going to make it my business to do what I can to shine that light, okay? So you can make your way back. Okay, because there's beautiful things in you right now, beautiful gifts and talents and all now, right now. But you got to go in there and get them. Okay. Hey, baby, who is this? Shami. Hey, girl. Hey, love. How you doing, mama? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So like I said, If you have any questions or anything along the way, feel free to chime in. This is not my space. This is our space. I am creating this space for us. This is a space for you to feel loved, accepted, and supported. This is the space that I want you to think about when you feel like you don't have nobody and you by yourself. You're absolutely not. You think about me and you come over here. Okay, when you find yourself in a low vibration, when you find yourself, listen, getting discombobulated, come here. Okay, I'm here on purpose. So if you need something here, don't hesitate to use me up. I know how to replenish myself. I've learned these things that I'm about to get on here and teach you. Okay, so let me just put that out there right now. Ma'am, can you sing? If you can sing Lush Life? Well, girl, I used to hold a note or two, but I'm going to tell you what. I don't know nothing about no song called The Lush Life. And if I did, I don't even know if I'd be able to sing it. Looks matter on camera. Okay, so now, like I said, I'm sorry, girl, though. I don't know it. Look, I don't know that song. So if you like, I don't listen to a lot of stuff, certain kind of stuff. So I can tell you, I don't listen to a lot of secular music. I'm not even going to lie to you. Do I know some? Absolutely. But do I just it's not, I don't indulge in that anymore. So but look, I can introduce you to some stuff. So the thing is, though, I can't play music on YouTube. And so that's something, I'm sorry, on Facebook. So that's going to be something else that we're going to have to adjust to, because you know me, I like to have the music going and to set the vibes and us to have a beautiful time here. So look, we may have to do some days on YouTube solely because so we can, you know, vibe up here. But like I was saying, though, seriously, though, one of the hardest truths I had to face was to accept that I had lost myself. Oh my God. I remember looking in the mirror, child, and not recognizing myself. But at the same time, and I will tell you this time and time again, because this is the day that my life really began to change. That day I looked in that mirror, did not recognize who was looking back at me, missing the person I used to be, but yet I could see the most beautiful version of me that I had ever seen in my life. And here she is. Here she is right here now today. But I didn't know how I was going to get here, and I didn't know how I had lost myself back there. Okay? And I absolutely know that I'm not the only woman who has gone through this. This is something that we absolutely do. We get so caught up in taking care of others and making sure everybody else has what they need when they need it. And you lose yourself by the wayside. Oh God, let's not talk about these relationships when you call yourself in love and all these things here. You lose yourself here, honey. This is why a lot of the times when you get out of these relationships, you don't know what to do with yourself. You have to find your way back to yourself because you have become someone else. Okay? By the way, love your room background. Thank you, Mama, and love your confidence, for real. Well, I wasn't always this way. Okay? She was a hot mess. Life had lifed her. Well, no, that's why we here now, trying to return to her. Okay? But thank you. I appreciate it. Now, you know, I've already told you this about myself. My parents were not in the home. Okay? I've been on my own since I was 11 years old. So I wasn't taught how to love, how to be accepted, how to take care of myself properly. There were no many rules enforced, right? I didn't have a support system and things of this nature. And what happens is when we find ourselves in these types of situations, love, it is going to be a natural response for you to go out and search for these things, to make sense of these things. As a human being, you are wired to feel. And unfortunately, well, depending on your upbringing, right? Depending on what you're pre-exposed to, you don't have access to some of these things. My parents were not in the home, so I didn't have access to support daily. I didn't have access to love daily. I didn't have access to nobody teaching me anything about life and how to live it daily. And you see what I'm saying? This is why also you can't fault yourself for certain things that happen in your life. They are absolutely not your fault. And so, and search for these emotions, right? Because you're going to go out and search for these things. I know I absolutely did. That's how I ended up in the streets the way that I did and in prison. And because I'm looking for these emotions. I'm looking for love. I want to be loved. Who doesn't want to be loved? We want these things. Not only do we require these things, but part of your growth process is to feel these emotions in order for you to thrive, in order for you to be healthy, in order for you to be happy, etc. These emotions are a basis of that. And so, guess what happens in the middle of the search for these things? Because you searching in all the wrong places 9 times out of 10 when your search first begins, because you don't know no better. I'm 11 years old looking for love in all the wrong places. It didn't matter where it came from. You just want to feel something other than. And so in our process of in search for these emotions, we get hurt along the way. How can you not, my love? You are exposed to everything out there. You have no protection whatsoever. You are vulnerable. You are at a low state here, and they know it. And so what happens to you is now you've gone through these different experiences with these different people, and now you identify hurt as love and pain as love. And you see what I'm saying? And we grow in this. But that's not a part of the original design. Okay? And so what happens is when we find ourselves in these places, right, in these vulnerable spaces, right, because now you've been exposed, right, now you've had experiences on top of experiences that were nothing in what you were in search of. Hey baby, hey, who is this? Vel 420. Hey my love, how you doing? Okay, well, you can ask me a question, but I'm gonna answer it to the best of my abilities, my love. And so where was I at? And so now you're out here in this space, in this place, in search of these beautiful things, and you're getting nothing but one now, probably, right, trauma after another. And this is what you call now your life. So now you are just merely trying to survive. And what happens is, due to all the experiences that we've now been pre-exposed to and have gone through in the search for these emotions, this love, this acceptance, this support that should have been available to you always, you get stuck in survival mode. And the thing about it is survival doesn't mean that something is wrong with you. Because this is what happens, right? Because now you think you're broken, right? Now you think you're lost here. Now you think something is wrong with you. You're not good enough, and because this is a cycle, right? This is how it begins. Survival doesn't mean that something is wrong with you. Survival means, love, that something happened to you, and that's okay. I am sorry that it did and that you had to go through that, but you also have to remember, you cannot allow yourself to get stuck there. I've been stuck in survival mode for years. Oh my God, just thinking about it here, God. You can't get stuck there, okay? Survival isn't adaptive. It's intelligent. It's protective. The problem isn't survival. It's when, like I just said, you stay there too long. So I want to talk about a few ways now that you can identify if you're in survival mode. Okay, remember, the only way for you to change, love, is for you to take accountability and responsibility for your life and all that it entails. It's also the only way your healing is going to begin. You cannot change, you cannot alter something that you do not have control over. And if there's anything in your emotional closet here hindering you, keeping you in certain emotional states to where you're unable to move forward, to go up, to push through, you got some work to do there. Okay? So the only person now who can get you out is you. Now let me I need you to hear me when I say this here. I'm not gonna lie to you, nor am I gonna play with you. The only person that can save you, my love, is you. Okay? So you facing these hard truths is you being open, honest, vulnerable, and transparent with yourself. This is your life. This is your journey. If you don't do it today, then when? Okay? There's no reason to pass judgment on yourself when you find yourself in these spaces. They're judging enough out there. Don't you dare sit in your space and judge yourself. Okay? So, I'm going to give you 3 signs. And these are just 3. There's many more, but I'm going to give you 3 signs that you may be in survival mode, okay? The first one is going to be, you don't know what you need until you're depleted. You don't know what you need until you've allowed yourself to. Why is that? Why is that? Because you're not a priority to yourself. Your needs, your wants, what you need to be okay is not your priority. Okay? Your word remember is often confused with the word. Okay. Okay, well then if you don't like it, baby, then it's not for you, my love. That's what that means, baby. Okay, so that's that survival mode. I was just studying that. Yeah, so let me know if any of this resonates with you or where you're at in this process or if you are on this journey, okay? And if anything that I have can shed some light to you, I absolutely will do that, okay? So the next thing is going to be you're always giving, okay? Fixing or holding it together, okay? I know these things very well because I was the queen of survivor mode. And last but not least, you disconnect from your body or your emotions. You just have decided just not to feel. You just become, it's like numb. Okay? Now, leaving survival mode doesn't have to happen through force. Okay? I tell you this all the time. You can change by force or by flow because life is going to life. It is not going to stop. And unfortunately, what happens is if you don't decide to change by flow, what happens is God will step in, Spirit will step in, the universe will step in, whatever it is you believe in, and help you move, right? This is why a lot of people decide to make these changes when they experience something traumatic, a certain crisis, or, near-death experiences, things of this nature. And don't wait until you're forced to change. Let it be your choice to choose to take your power back. You have the ability to. It just doesn't feel like it right now, but you absolutely do. Okay? What I was studying was talking about victim psychology. Well, listen. Because what happens is, this is funny because I was just talking about this the other day. What happens is we put ourselves in this victim mode here, and well, that becomes our story. And listen, I used to have I had my story down from the front to the back. Do you hear me? And whenever somebody would ask me who I was, that is the story I told. And I will never forget, I was sitting at work one day and Spirit, it's like something just came over me, and Spirit was like, do you realize every time you tell that story, that is you reinforcing yourself to that? That is you tying yourself to that. Unfortunately, what happens is, well, we become conditioned and we actually start to believe that's who we are. And when you believe that's who you are, guess what? That's what your life reflects. And so you cannot attract anything to you but a situation that is going to hold you in that vibration. Oh, God. And then it just keeps happening over and over and over again. And I remember sitting back asking myself here, why does these things keep happening to me? Am I cursed? Why does it seem like I just keep going from one bad relationship to another, or one situation after another? But they were all mirrors of the same thing. I didn't understand that they were my reflection. Your life is your reflection. Ooh, unfortunately, life happens from the inside out. You can only have what you feel, believe, and think about yourself. And guess what? God, the universe, Spirit, whatever it is that you believe in, is absolutely now obligated to create those events to match your mirror. Okay? or feeling like you're just watching yourself. Well, when you feel like you're just watching yourself, then that's when you are now the observer. You have become the observer. You are now standing literally outside of yourself, witness. Oh, God, that's how you know, too. That's a sign for change for me. I've had that moment. I'm sitting here watching myself hurt myself, God. Watching myself do the things that I absolutely knew I didn't want no part of, but shit, it felt like I couldn't control it. What? At that moment, I couldn't because I didn't know how. So yes, there absolutely will become a moment where you become the witnesser. And I'm going to let that be a sign that it's time to change. We become, listen, this is a part of conditioning. This is a part of, even though you've now walked away from, say, the people, persons, and things inflicting certain harm and hurtful situations into your life, they're now removed. Now you become the abuser of self. And when something good does come your way, you don't know how or what to do with it because you feel like you don't deserve. And so even if you do have it, you say you want it, it only lasts a little while because you cannot sustain it. Hey, this is a miracle. Can I be in the live stream chat? Yeah, baby. So that's a part of that cycle. So having the recognition of it, that's a beginning of change. That's the beginning of change. Hey, Helena. Hey, baby. How you doing, my love? Welcome, Grand Rising. And so another thing about survival mode is it happens through safety, okay? And safety begins with small moments of self-return. You have to be able to, despite what is going on around you, be able to pull yourself in. And I know it's not easy. I'm not going to sit up here and act like it is because I know that it's not. But you have to start trying, right? You have to try before you do. Okay? So I'm gonna give you a few little things here to start practicing here. These are things that are going to help you identify and help you return to self in those moments where you find yourself outside of yourself. Okay? Hey, mom, who is this, Terry? Hey, love. How you doing, Grand Rising? What's up? Well, you know me. I'm amazing. Love, how are you doing? How do you feel about Trump's plan to take over Greenland? You know, I'm not into politics. I'm not going to lie to you. I am not into politics. I've never voted in my life. Don't plan on it, okay? I'm not into that. I'm not into the ways of the way they do things in their world because I don't live in that world. So I'm not into it. I couldn't tell you anything. I don't watch the news. I hardly watch, well, I don't watch TV. I'll watch a show maybe here every now and then, which is absolutely hard to do because everything is not real. And so I'm a realist. It is hard for me to entertain things. So, yeah, no, I don't know a lot about none of that stuff. Sis, you should vote. It affects your life. Well, listen, like I said, I am not a liar here. I can't do nothing but tell you the truth here. I've never voted in my life. I never have. Never have. Never have. So, 2 practices that I want you to implement is going to be, first thing, start asking your body what it needs. Start asking yourself, what do you need right now? Before you do anything for anybody else, before you keep overextending and overexerting yourself, give back to you. Honor your vessel. How can you do something for somebody else, love, if you're not taking care of yourself? You absolutely must start asking yourself what it needs, your body, what it needs. Because we also know, right, that a part of that survival mode is to not be in tune with your body, to not be in tune with your emotions, because then you would have to feel, okay? Start asking your body what it needs, because you are your body, love, and you only have one. It's the only vessel that you're going to get, okay? And I've abused mine for years, okay? Start listening to your body. And I know it's hard to not do. I know when you are in survival mode, you absolutely feel uncomfortable when you're not doing something. That is a glitch. To do, to study, be doing does not allow you to be. Okay? And you don't know this yet, so I'm going to give you a little side note here. But part of life, living a beautiful life, is in the being, not in the doing. Because when you're in alignment, you don't have to do much, right? All your steps are ordered, right? Your direction is coming from. You don't do much. So learn to rest. Rest. Sit in stillness. Okay? And just be. You will be surprised into how powerful being is. Okay? And I'm not going to take you there right now, because I will take you way somewhere else on that. But I'm not going to do that right now. Okay? But you gotta learn how to be, love. Remember, you are a human being. Okay? Personally, I'm a being human, but you are a human being. And there you have to find the balance in between that, okay? How do you like the new part of Avatar? I'll try to understand as much as I can. Well, I just went and saw that. I saw Avatar 3, I think about like 3 weeks ago. And I went to that 4D theater. God, that was an experience, where they have like the theater's interactive, right? So you have like the water coming out, and like when they're fighting, you in the fight, you getting punched in the back and thrown off. It was just a crazy experience. But I enjoyed the Avatar movies. So it was long. It was like 3 hours and some change. It was a long movie, but it was good. It was good. I'm on my way to work. This is exactly what I needed to hear. Thank you. It's my absolute pleasure. And, well, I got plenty more where this came from. Polish was easier for me. So where are you? You don't know English. Everything Jacob 6'7". What does that mean? Please, who said this? Since you in here talking, who is this? Everything Jacob. What does 6'7" mean? Would you please, I'm not going to say enlighten me, because I don't feel like that's going to enlighten me at all. Okay, would you please share with us, for the people in the back who don't live on this planet with y'all, what does 6'7" mean? Because I have no idea, God. None at all. Okay, so that's two things. Start asking your body, what do you need right now? And letting yourself receive, rest, okay? Receive help and stillness, okay? This is not about changing who you are. It's about letting yourself come home. You know, I think back to when my journey first began and I was returning to myself, right? And again, you don't know how you're going to get there. You don't know how long it's going to take. Oh, what was I finna tell you? Shoot. And I remembered, like I said, at that part when my journey first began, I was in that middle phase. I was in, like I said, the not, well, right here. And this is because this is that in-between phase. But I absolutely knew that there were some beautiful things about me that I had before I had become who I currently was. And I absolutely wanted to return to some of those things about myself. You know, I wanted those things back, and they had become so muddled, God, and so I didn't know where they were or how to get back to them. But I remember, you know, the goodness in me. You know, I remember the purity in me. You know, I remember the beautiful parts of myself that I hadn't seen in a while. But then, like I also was talking about the other day, I had become so hard. Oh God, I just thinking about it. I remember I had become so hard. I mean, nothing could get in. Nothing could get in. Nothing could get in. Hell, or probably even out at that moment, because I was just and I did not want to be that person. I knew that I did not want to be that person for the rest of my life. And so again, it's returning to you. You know who you are before the BS. You know who you were before the trauma. You may not know a lot about her, but you know her. Hell, it is you. You see what I'm saying? You got to go get her. You got to go get. She waiting on you. Look, she waiting on you right now, girl. You got to go get her, baby. I'm telling you what I know here. Y'all people don't have nothing to talk about. I said one day I'm gonna just get on here and what you call it? I call it people watching, because people just say anything. Like, ooh. I'm glad I'm not a reactor, because my God. Hey, bestie for life. Hey, girl. Room to a girl. My hair girl, thank you. I need a retwist, girl. I do so bad. Like, so I said I was gonna start doing these little styles here that, well, didn't really require me to like have a retwist, but like I could, like, you see how like you do your edges up, girl, look like your hair comb for real, but it really ain't. Because if I take this off, if I take this off, you see what I'm saying? But it do what it needs to. Yeah, I think I'm finna start wrapping, but my hair wasn't really long enough to wrap yet, so now I'm finna start getting into these wraps, girl. Look perfect. Girl, that girl said room tour. Girl, it ain't nothing in here. Look, it ain't nothing in here. You got my I just did this the other day. So you have my this is my room, my space. I gutted this room out and I made this room from top to bottom. Well, I'm not gonna take credit for it. I didn't make it. Spirit gave me the vision and I said, oh, I can do that. And so you got my carpet here, and it purposely, I have it like it looks like the grass on purpose, because, you know, I want it to be like you clearly got the sky, right? Like you outside. And then you got my wisteria tree here, and I made it yellow because yellow is my new favorite color. And then you have the waterfall here, and I just unplugged it because I couldn't think. I was trying to do a live earlier and I could not think, so I had to unplug it. But like when I come and I meditate or whatnot, I absolutely love to have my waterfall going, because hearing water also is, oh, I just go places. But hearing water and stuff like that is also a good way to release, right, and to let go. So water is going to be essential when it comes to cleansing, cleansing yourself and your space and stuff like that. And so then right here, I have my little, that's where I do my incense. And then, I keep my fresh flowers. I need to get some more. My little vase for my flowers. That's my piggy bank in the back. Just a whole bunch of change and stuff. Then, girl, you see my little workout, my little workout area. My little workout area. So when I feel like doing a little something there. And then, I just got my little butterflies. They glow in the dark at night. Oh my God, this room at night is like everything, okay? So then you got the butterflies here. They glow in the dark there. And then you got my little, I got like 2 closets. So this is my other closet. And, my clothes. You got my little shoes there. I got my little, see, girl? No, can't see, girl. Oh, shoot. Like my little, my bags and stuff, up there. And that's it. Oh, right here's my little bean bags and stuff. This is where I meditate. So I'll get down here. And this is where I meditate, and I do a lot of studying and stuff like that. And then, my little curtains. You got my desk here. This is where all the magic happens. It's my desk area, girl. But yeah, this is like my little space, and I absolutely love it. I tell you all the time about an environment. You hear me? When I walk in this room, my vibration immediately. You see what I'm saying? So this is my space. This is my baby, and I love her. Can you sub? Girl, I don't know what that means. What does that mean, can you sub? Y'all know I don't know this kind of stuff. Hi. Good morning, pretty girl. Hey, Grand Rising, Tim. How are you doing? You remind me of my daughter, my youngest daughter. She's like, hey, girl. She loves that girl. Okay, girl. Where's my lunch? Where's mine? I'm not even eating today. I only eat like once a day at this point. But I'm also right now going through a shift here. And so like whenever I'm shifting like this, I really don't eat at all. I don't eat much at all when I'm like this. I get hungry, and I'll try to eat, but then I try to eat and I can't. My body just really is just like, don't want nothing heavy, no dents, nothing. So if anything, I'll eat like fruit and stuff like that. But like yesterday I had some listen, I don't know, but I'm excited. Okay, I don't know, but I'm excited because listen here, I am shifting timelines, and I'm not gonna give nothing away, but I have been, excuse me, I have been, like I said, keeping a journal of as much as I can, because a thing about me is my momentum is quick. I move quick, and sometimes it gets to the point where I can't even keep up with my damn self. And so I don't know, girl. Look, I don't know, but I know I know it is going to, look, it's already everything, because I'm already there. So this is the thing about when you are shifting timelines, and when it comes to timeline shifts, paradigm shifts, quantum leaps, whatever you want to call it. Oh, I got the chills. Look. Ooh, come on. The thing about, right, so manifesting, right, and all these things, it's identity. Identity is how you shift. You have to assume the identity of that which it is before it gets here. So you have to be it before you see it. Okay, now I'm not going to lie to you. I have, oh, I got the chair. Okay, spit. I have a little, I'm not gonna say a upper hand or a cheat system here, but I'm spiritual. I'm with spirit. I'm with God. I'm led by God. My steps are ordered here, and so I have a map, a guidance, a GPS system here, right? That has guided my path to where I go and what it's going to look like. And so, I got the chill again. I know like certain things to look. Well, I just want to say I know the signs and wonders, and so I'm absolutely in the middle of a shift, and it is gonna be a big one. It's like the biggest one to the current date, because I've had some shifts, you hear me, but this one is the big one. Like, this one is big, and so I'm ready. But like I said, you have to assume the identity of the thing before you become it. So that's how you shift. I'm trying to shift into. You heard what you trying to shift into, Bruce City? You heard? Yeah, I heard you. What you trying to shift into? Let me know. My girlfriend just hit me. Should I hit her back? Absolutely not. See, should I be talking about? Now, my way. Who is this? My way X. You took time out of this is me here. You took time out of your day to say, have you ever asked a guy, is it in yet? Like, that was a good ass breath. You see what I'm saying? You walk around all day wasting shit, wasting air, wasting time, wasting life. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me, but hey, that's your life. Do what you will with it. Hello, you're so gorgeous. Hey, baby. So are you, my love. Did you make your sinning like that? You know I did. You know I did. You know I did. It took me about 4 days, girl. I'd never do it again. Okay? I'd never do it again, God. It did. I'd never do it again. You think you cute. Who is this? Jeffrey Death Row? Jeff Row. I don't think a lot of things. I don't use my mind thinking too much, because if I'm using it, spirit can't use it. So I don't think anything, love. Pretty woman with logs. Hey, who is this? Splash Row? Hey, baby. Your time paid off. It's so pretty. Look, girl. Thank you, girl. Where are you from? Who is this, Riley? Where are you from, girl? I'm looking for the girls. Like, I'm looking for the girls. The girls. The feminine energy I'm getting from you is refreshing. Oh, thank you. Well, look. Make sure you come back Thursday so you can get some more. This is a new series we got going here. Come back Thursday so you can get some more, because I have plenty. I have plenty. I have an oversupply, okay? An abundance of. See, this is why the internet to me is, you got vulnerable people on these internets like this, and they get on this platform. Now, I'm not talking about me, but I'm just talking to y'all, because I don't give attention to a lot of things, but I'm finna give some attention to it today, because the thing about life is hard. It's not easy for everybody. Everybody's not in flow. Everybody's not in alignment. And so when you go out of your way to come into somebody else's space to say ignorant things, God, right? Ignorant things or hurtful things. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, these people are weak. They can't withstand the ignorance and things like this. And, this is why you have people who they get on this internet and they hurt themselves and stuff like this. Even though I don't know why, when you don't know these people from a can of paint, and even if you did know them, I'm not one to be concerned about anybody else's thoughts, ideas, of opinions of me. I was born by myself. I'm going to die by myself. I could care less of what someone else thought about me or my life, my space. You see what I'm saying? But again, that's me. And so I'm just saying, I think that when y'all get on here in the people's space, you should, I know you don't use your mind a lot, God. That's why you stuck in the loop, right? But it does work. It absolutely works. And if you would just use it every now and then, the world would be a much better place. Your life would be a much better place. But again, it's ugh, I don't know. I don't know. It's giving me. So glad I summoned onto your life. Thank you for the positive energy and insightful. Girl, listen. Again, that's what I do. You can catch me on here. You can catch me on my Instagram. You can catch me on my Facebook. I'm now actually offering subscriptions over there too. And you can go reach me on my website. I offer one-on-ones now. I have several different programs. Maybe you just need 30 minutes of clarity, someone to talk to with no judgment, to listen, to help. Listen, get on my website. You can get on my website and book a session with me. My website, the link to my website is up on my girl, in that thing up there on this page. I think it's a bio or something. Well, see, but that's not the thing. Yeah, they're trolls, but you're trolling yourself, because you can't troll me. Listen, I've trolled myself for too long, God, to allow somebody else to come in and troll me. Now, before I was untrollable, I used to be trollable because I didn't know no better. And that's what I'm talking about. You know, these people that get on the internet and they do this stuff here. That's why I don't condone it. I don't like it. I tell you all the time, I'm not an internet person. Okay, so you don't ever hear me talking about like, subscribe, follow, and all that. I would, because I'm not going to do it 9 times out of 10, because I'm not into the internet. Spirit told me to get on here, do what I got to do. I do what I got to do, and I get off. You know, but people live by this internet. People think this is real. Well, it is real when you live in that world. In that world, it is real to you. Oh, it's not real to me. This shit don't move me. It doesn't. I don't care about a like, a follow, a subscribe. I'm still gonna be me. So again, you know, I think it's horrible, and I think that it's so sad that this is the way of the world. And well, like I said, people, this is people's livelihood here. No, I'm not in. I'm not in like that. I'm not in like that. And see, you can't be in space like this, baby. I'm covering my people, so we gonna take him on that. Yeah, no, we don't. Yeah, so no, we don't. It's horrible, but again, it's a waste of time. I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna say, because you know me, I'll start going in, because I just think about, see, the kind of mind that I have is, time is the most valuable thing you have. Time is the most valuable thing you have. The most precious thing you have. Because if you ain't got no more time, you ain't breathing. So to waste it don't make no sense to me. I'm not finna waste mine, and I absolutely refuse to waste somebody else's. I don't play like that. So again, I'm not. I don't know. Now here go Whisper, because I'm going to call him out. Now here go Whisper. This is what he want to spend his time on. He don't even know if he going to be here tomorrow. But you want to say you feel that spirituality all up in your guts. Tearing that up, sister. It's tearing you up, because it's not tearing me up. But my God, that's what you... So if Jesus came to you right now, that's the last thing you said. Would you be pleased with yourself? Because this is the shit that I think about. This is how, see, this is hilarious to me. Oh my God. Hey, can I talk to y'all about Jesus? I know we all. Jesus. Pass and accept Christ. Yep. Yes, Tom Hawk, you're absolutely welcome to talk about Jesus, my love. You can talk about whatever you want in this space. We are not judgmental. We don't pick sides, right? We're not into one thing over the other. So can you say no? Okay, so look, let me see. Where do we go? Because I done started looking all this here and I done left off on our little lesson. So yeah, I guess that's it. So that's gonna be the last two things there that we left off on. And with in closing, because I'm about to get off here. What are you guys talking about? Well, we were talking about so today is day 1 of a new series that I'm starting, and it is called Return to Her. I will be on 2 times a week for the next 4 weeks, and today's topic was you did not lose her, you just hid her. And so if you missed it, go back and catch it, baby, because I'm about to get off. But in closing, I just want you to know, like I've already told you here, this journey is not going to be about you trying to become someone new, okay? This journey is all about you returning to her, who you truly are. And when I talk about who you truly are, I mean at your core, the person God created you to be, the person Spirit created you to be, okay? Because remember, you have purpose. Your life does not have no meaning. Every day that you wake up, it should be a sign to you that your work is not done here, okay? So take these things to heed. So I love you. I'm going to see you all later. I'm here to warm your heart with this. Oh, love you, Fire Nation. Thank you, my loves. I will see you all later. Enjoy the rest of your day. But what do I want you to absolutely make sure that you do for the rest of your day? Bye-bye. Oh, God, I done lost y'all here. I'm losing everybody.